captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game is so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Welcome back to the Ice House for week number 8, game number 1. Can you believe that, Mason? Week 8. It's a 15-game season. That means after this one, these teams are in the second half.
It's crazy how time flies by.
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday you were complaining it didn't feel like hockey when it was warm in October. Now it certainly feels like hockey inside and outside the rink. Starting us off tonight, we have the Fort Wayne Vipers and the Carroll Chargers. Vipers coming off an overtime victory, and actually so are the Chargers. Yeah, that was our Thanksgiving scrum week last week. Crazy. So, Mason, what do you think the Vipers need to do to win this game?
You know, they got on the scoreboard first last week, I believe. And that's what they need to do. They need to start playing from ahead. It gives them more of an aggression to them, because when you're constantly behind, you're just always just trying to be the one to equalize it or, get close to being equalized. So, I feel like the Vipers, if they can get on the score sheet first, I think they can win this game.
Likewise, I think Carroll's going to try to come out with the same strategy because when they did lose to the Vipers, they had a slow start. And it was a largely special teams matchup in that game, too. Carroll had plenty of power plays, and the Vipers killed every one of them off. And after that, the Carroll Chargers, they kind of went into a little bit of a slump after that, but they got their mojo back, or some of it at least, last week. So we'll see what Carroll Chargers we see.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. The last time these two teams met, Vipers came out 2-1. They may not have. I think I remember the shots were like 45 to like 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like they took the chances that they have and they made the most of it. I think they went like 1 for 2 on the power play or something like that, while Carroll went 0 for 6.
Right.
So this Viper team, when they are given the chance, they will make sure that you pay for it. So I would watch out there on the Carroll defense to see how they do on those.
Of course, in that game, I believe they started and played throughout all 45 minutes of hockey. Sam Schifferle. Tonight, we're going to see Caden Lockwood get the start for the Vipers, and his adversary down the other end will be Van Antwerp. Luke Van Antwerp and Caden Lockwood.
I think the first time since like week 2 or something like that Van Antwerp has played.
Yeah, and I don't think Lockwood has that many games under his belt either. We normally see Schifferle for the Vipers and Ganau in between the pipes for the Chargers, so both of them mixing things up a little bit here in week 8. Like I said, second half of the season.
Yeah, and anything can happen. We still have another half of the season to go, and obviously nobody's counting out. With the loss last week, Homestead's kind of giving Carroll a little bit of cushion to they win tonight, and if Homestead loses again, I don't know if they're tied or not, but they're pretty close. Might be
close.
a game behind or something like that. So first place is definitely still up for grabs. But we have 2 aggressive teams here looking for to get on the winning side of things still. Carroll hoping to not go back down to another slump again. That was very rare for them, and the Vipers is trying to stay consistent throughout the season.
Yeah, if they can string a couple wins together, that'll be huge for them.
As we like to call them, the blue shell of the league.
Yeah, exactly.
The Mario blue shell, they always like to take out the first place teams, but if they can play like that against every team, they will be an unstoppable force.
Right you are. And before we're out of time, Mason, let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors. Oh, boy. I lost my readers. Got them somewhere. I got him. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the Big Eyed, the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summits. Jolie Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or other criminal accusation, Jolie Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with laborers, district, council, and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. And finally, today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You ever have big-eyed fish?
During Lent, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get them at the University of St. Francis football games when I'm working the camera there. They got a little stand. They'll sell you a fish sandwich. Real good stuff.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
Yeah.
My mom's a big fan of them.
Good sponsor to have, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're just moments away. Teams gathering around their benches for one last word of advice from the coaching staffs. Referees getting the nets in place. We're ready for action here. Game 1, Week 8, Fort Wayne High School hockey. Opening face-off, won by the Carroll Chargers. Going to be Shearer tosses this one into the attacking zone for the Chargers, where it's picked up by Rice in the corner. He'll waste no time getting it up to the half wall, where Duke takes a big hit and fails to get this puck out. Kept in at the blue line. Carroll with the first hit of the game, and it was a big one on Lake and Duke. Now Stebbins will try to take this puck out. He'll shovel it into the offensive zone, but it's caught. Attempting to throw that one back into the offensive zone for the Chargers was Platt, but it winds up on the Vipers bench, so we'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Looks like face-off's going to come to center ice after that one. Let me get my microphone right. And off this, second center ice face-off of the game. Once again, won by the Chargers and thrown in by Shearer. Rimmed around, Ingalls and Potts come together there by the puck in the corner. Ingalls knocks down Potts, but falls on. And Platt tries to center. We're going to have a hand pass is the call. And Ryder Potts, I think, shoveled that one out front with his hand. So that'll leave the face-off outside the Chargers' offensive end. And it's going to be Whistler and Pedersen facing off here. Pedersen wins it back. Anthony Baldwin throws it in for the Chargers. Picked up by Parks. Almost picked up by Parks. Now Blobbitt with an opportunity. Parks tried to pick that one up behind his own net, and puck got away from him. Kind of squirted out front and gave Camden Blobbitt the first quality opportunity of tonight's match. Cam Whistler failed to get that one out. Knudsen helps him out through neutral ice. Chargers are going to try to regroup. Lalonde with it now as he makes the offensive zone entry. He's got Blobbitt on the far side. Shot off the pad. Good rebound control there by Lockwood. Gives Mudrack the opportunity to get this one into the attacking zone. Anthony Baldwin picks it up, but Cooper Bacon's there pressuring him on the forecheck. And what a forecheck it was. Whistler getting involved, throwing that one back deep as he goes for a change. Now Lalonde fails to pick that one up at the half wall, so it's thrown back toward the net, but not on net. Mikey Baldwin was there to stop that from happening. Thrown back down low. Baldwin picks it up now behind his own net, reverses to brother Anthony Baldwin. And he'll get that one up to the wing. And amid the change, Carroll's breakout kind of fell apart, but it's not going to be an ice. Yanni picks it up. Trying to get that one to Kaufman, doesn't connect, so it's turned over in the neutral zone. Now King in a little bit of trouble. Yanni's going to bail him out. And finally a clear for the Vipers on the stick of Kaufman. He'll get the red line, toss that one into the attacking zone. He'll stay out to forecheck. And the other way, Shurik beat that one out. Stebbins picks it up, though, after those two come together. Tie up just outside the Vipers' defensive end. Puck squirts out. the Vipers now trying to go to work, or the Chargers now trying to go to work in the offensive zone. Kept in again, but not for long. It is actually kept in for long. Rice picks it up by the face-off dot in his own zone. His pass doesn't connect, so it'll wind up all the way down in the Chargers' possession, and they'll look to get this back up ice as quickly as possible. Gibson makes the zone entry for them now. His centering pass, kind of fans on it. Shoved into the pads of Lockwood. Squirts back out. They've got it up top now. Shot from a long way out, gets blocked out front. Chargers are set up now. Gibson moves that one to Vongpachang. Clear attempt, hits Sliger in the back and stays right out front. Amid the chaos, Caden Lockwood finds an opportunity and covers that puck. The Vipers will get a change at the very least here. Under some aggressive fire from the Carroll Chargers early in this first period. Off the face-off. Chargers have it in the attacking zone. Now rimmed around, picked up by Mudrack at the half wall. He'll go to the races. But Shurik, with speed, was there to break that up. Now an opportunity for Potts. Potts shot high. He had Lucas Blauvelt with him too. Had there been a rebound, they were both ready to crash the net. Blauvelt's got it in the corner now. Tries to center off the skate of Schurer out front. And the Vipers managed to hold the fort down. Now headed the other way, Mudrack throws that into the attacking zone for the Vipers. He'll come together with Mikey Baldwin in a corner. Puck squirts out to no man's land, picked up by Shurik. Now King at his own blue line is under a little bit of pressure, but manages to get a stick on that one and throw it out of harm's way before it's dumped back in to the Vipers' defensive end. Pedersen trying to go to work on a forecheck as his team completes a change, and they do. Parks to Mudrack, unable to clear. Parks has it again at his own hash marks. This time he'll chip up and over everybody into the neutral zone where Michael Baldwin picks it up, moves it across the neutral zone. I believe that touched Lalonde. And Lalonde moves it to Camden Blauvelt, who shoots high and wide of the net. That one rims all the way around and finds its way back to neutral ice, where the Chargers are going to have to start up a regroup. Off the stick of Parks, so that one won't be an ice. Knudsen evading the forecheck in the corner before throwing that one to Parks. Parks gets to the half wall, but Kaufman feathers it out into the middle where it's picked up by Chargers, and they throw it back down low before completing a full wholesale line change. Opportunity for Shurik now, sticked away by Kern. Players come together in the corner. Now it is Overbay, moves it up top, and the shots by McDonald off the chest of Lockwood. And cleared, but this one should be and will be in ice. So almost 6 minutes into this one, the Chargers are certainly charging today. The Vipers have it off the defensive zone draw, but not for long. Vongpachang loses that one behind the net in the attacking zone. Rice picks it up, finds the man in the middle, and it's Sliger. He'll make the offensive zone entry and take a shot from a long way out. That's blockered up into the netting. Good little breakout and rush action for the Vipers. Got a shot off it, and they'll get an offensive zone face-off as a result. Chargers off the draw, looking to clear. They get it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Stebbins, who moves it back toward the blue line and is thrown in on net. Now Platt moving around low in his defensive end. He'll throw that one all the way down for an ice. Carroll manages to get that one through neutral ice, and it's picked up by Potts. Potts' shot, I think that might have touched crossbar. Could have been off Lockwood, but either way it got deflected up high and out of play. Explosive rush there for the Chargers, led by Potts. Ryder Potts, of course. We got a couple Potts in this league. Whistler and Potts face off. Whistler gets the better of him on that one. And Mudrack rims it around. Maybe not the best time to be rimming that one. Gets kept in at the blue line. Whistler manages to throw it up to neutral ice, and Shearer throws it right back in on net. Lockwood plays it. And Yanni trying to move that one to Bacon at the winger spot. Yanni gets it now to Ingles in the far corner. Ingles will give it right back, but it doesn't really connect. Goes through the skates of Yanni. And now Cooper Bacon drops it for Ingles. I thought Bacon was going to be taking that one out himself, but he felt some pressure. An opportunity, Blobelt to Blobelt. That would have been something. And finally, the Vipers managed to clear. Camden Blobelt picks it up, and he looks up ice, trying to get this one back in the attacking zone before the Vipers are able to change. Pedersen's shot, I believe that was off the pad maybe of Lockwood. Again, it deflected up into the netting for a stoppage of play.
Great job there by the Carroll forechecking on that last breakout attempt by the Vipers, and crashing down on Bacon and Yanni, disrupting all of their chances to even get out of the zone, making it very difficult.
Yeah, it's not an easy out for the Vipers right now, that's for sure. Down low to Lalonde. Lalonde works it out of the corner. Tries to go up high to Ramsey, but Ramsey barely got a touch on that one, and by the time he did, it was cleared by the Vipers. So Lalonde, from behind the net in his defensive end, will start this up. He shovels it up. No icing is the call. Not going to matter. Blobelt's the first one to it. He'll pull up at the half wall and wait for the rest of his teammates to change. Drops that one off. Nobody's there, but Pedersen does get there and rim it around. Lalonde gets thrown down. We'll have a penalty. It's going to be against Dylan Parks. Kind of just shoved him face first into the boards from behind. You know you're not going to get away with that.
Yeah, pretty easy call there by the ref. No explanation. Just can't cross-check when you see the numbers. Very dangerous play.
Nevertheless, we'll see the Carroll Chargers on the power play for the first time tonight. And back, Anthony Baldwin starts things up from the blue line. Moves that one over to Overbay. Overbay waits patiently, then shovels it down low. Shearer moves it back up to Gibson. Gibson steps off the wall and finds Baldwin in the middle. Baldwin's shot gets deflected, but into the stomach of Lockwood. So the rebound comes out, and the Chargers keep possession in the attacking zone for now. Shot, this time it's covered up, and as you can expect, Adelaide Shearer is just a menace in front of the net, especially on the power play, and we've seen that already. Vipers sparing no expense, trying to protect their goaltender. The referee gives Shearer a couple words of wisdom.
Yeah, we've seen Lockwood a couple of times there against Carroll. A little blockers to the back, making sure he stay out of his crease. Just getting a little heads up, he's going to be right behind him.
Baldwin from up top, another shot into traffic out front. Knudsen this time emerges with it and manages to clear. Down to just a minute, 23 seconds on the advantage for the Carroll Chargers. And they're starting from behind the net in their own end. Pulling up on his own blue line, I believe that's Overbay. And it is. He makes the zone entry. Drops that one off to Gibson. Gibson moves it across the blue line. Carroll's set up once again. Big crowd out front of the net. Overbay puts it to Lalonde. Lalonde tries to step out front and tuck that inside the post. Unable to do so, but Carroll does maintain possession for now. Overbay picks it up in the corner, and they'll stay with it. 40 seconds left on the advantage. Moves that over to Anthony Baldwin across the ice. Baldwin pulls up. And Ryder Potts from the half wall moves it down low to Lalonde, and Lalonde gives it right back in the slot. but Potts gets knocked down and off the puck. Now players come together in the corner. Emerging with it is once again Ryder Potts. Comes all the way around the net and finds Anthony Baldwin far side. Baldwin tries to make a little move around Sliger, loses it, but picks it up in the corner himself. Now he tries to step out, but he's denied by the pad of Lockwood. Down to just 4 seconds on the advantage. Now team's back at even strength. Puck squirts out into neutral ice. And it's Gibson with it now in his own end. He'll rim this one around, trying to get it to Baldwin, and he does. Baldwin gets tied up at the half wall, so the puck stays in. Player's still tied up. Penalty arm goes up. That's kind of a blind spot for us, so I'm not sure what happened, but player's still going at it over there. No whistle yet. And they're still bopping each other around to some extent. We're going to have more than one penalty here, Mason.
I don't know if they're both on Carroll, if we're going to have matching penalties here.
Like we say, it's kind of a blind spot, especially from our angle. Like the camera angle doesn't even pick up a lot there with the boards, but we can't see a thing from up here.
Looks like Kaufman's heading to the box, maybe for a cross check.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, maybe he got the initial?
I guess I should probably capture that replay.
I don't know. I doubt we're going to be able to see anything.
I didn't get it in time.
No, probably.
Hey. But it's probably, I guess we can hear or see what, but definitely going to probably be a rough for Carroll. Maybe 2 penalties on him. Yeah, I think the Vipers might be getting a power play out of this.
They could really use a power play right now.
Oh, wait, Kaufman's going out of the box. 5-on-3? I don't know. I don't think they have the thing updated. Never do. They do.
No. Well, they are updating it, but they don't have these calls in yet. This is still getting sorted out. Pedersen steps into the box. And yeah, now the Vipers penalty box is vacant.
Yeah, so
they could come out of this with quite the opportunity to get some offense going. So 2 minutes for Pedersen. That's on the board. And 2 minutes for Blobble. Yeah, we're going to see a 5-on-3.
Definitely a retaliation penalty at the end there. My guess is probably a little bit too many cross checks.
Yeah, they both got roughs.
Okay.
Chargers able to clear quickly on this 5-on-3 and might even generate some offense. Adelaide Shearer enters the offensive zone, takes a hit by Parks, which knocks him off the puck. Now Duke leads the charge as the Vipers exit their defensive zone. He gets that one to Kaufman in the middle. Kaufman fumbles it almost offsides and kept in just barely there. Vipers playing a little sloppy at the start of this power play, but Parks gets a good shot, just barely off the net. Whistler moves that back up to Parks. When Parks starts shooting from the blue line, it can be dangerous.
He's got pretty much a rifle for a shot there from the point.
And he'll get it off there.
Really likes to use the screens in front to...
Yeah, a little toe drag release around Adelaide Shearer.
The Bedard special, as they say nowadays. The kids do that now.
And the Vipers very unhappy as a couple extra seconds ticked off that clock. And in turn, they're 5-on-3. They're going to get this corrected. Referee headed over to the scorer's box now. We're at 3:02 now. We'll see what they give us back. Very vigilant, Vipers coach Sean Barvet. And they're not going to give him anything back. So play goes on. Minute 5 on the two-man advantage for the Vipers as they try to set something up in the attacking zone. The shot into the chest of Van Antwerp for another stoppage of play. Off the face-off, it's won by the Vipers, but Shearer, not Shearer, that's Potts, quickly steps up and takes this one all the way into the attacking zone for the Chargers. He's got it tied up in the corner, killed a few seconds that way before Rice skates away with it. That'll take us to just 45 seconds on the advantage. And an easy clear there. As Henriks tried to center that pass to nobody in the slot. So now from his own end, it's going to be Lycan Duke. Comes around the net with speed. Moves that one across the neutral ice. Tries to get it to Quas, and Quas fumbles it. And an awkward little offsides that turned into. Now with just 16 seconds, the Vipers face off 5-on-3, but they're just outside their own defensive end. Kaufman battling with Lalonde to free that one up, and he does. Whistler now with it. He'll step into the attacking zone. He shoots off the body of Van Antwerp. Whistler picks it up again. Now Cooper Bacon controls it in the corner. Team's back at even strength. Nothing to show for that 5-on-3. Full length, 2-minute 5-on-3. Vipers not even really with a lot of opportunities. Good job on Carroll killing that one off. Now Anthony Baldwin picks this one up in his own zone off the dump. Turnover. Minnick with a shot. Doesn't go. Parks takes a shot from the long way out, hits a body out front, and gets deflected. Lavolt moves that one over to Pedersen. Pedersen dancing around in the slot. Comes together with Parks. Parks shut him down. Parks able to clear. Kaufman without a stick, looking rather confused. We'll head to the bench. Pass for Lalonde. Lalonde shoots, scores. Lavolt from the corner sees Lalonde as he turns, threads the needle, puts it right on his stick. And Patrick Lalonde starts up the scoring for the Carroll Chargers here with a quick shot.
Yeah, Blevo just applying the pressure there in the corner. Find Lalonde shooting it short side. An absolute snipe right there to beat Lockwood there. 1-0 Carroll here, just over a minute left.
Stebbins steps over the line, throws this one into the attacking zone for the Vipers. First one, too, it's going to be Rice. Or Duke, I'm sorry. Rice is at the blue line. Battling for it now. Strange bounce off the stanchion allows Lycan Duke to throw that one back into the attacking zone. But it's corralled by the Chargers, and they don't manage to clear. Mason Quas stepped up to keep that one in the attacking zone. Now Rice gloves that one down. And Overbay gets this one into the offensive zone. He's got Shurik with him. Overbay takes it around the net. They've got 10 seconds left to make something happen. Shot from the blue line off the stick of Carteau. Carteau with it again, rims this one around as time expires. In the first period of action, we have the Carroll Chargers leading 1-0, courtesy of Patrick Lalonde from Camden Blauvelt. And aside from that and a few penalties, a little bit of an uneventful period. It looked kind of like Chargers were dominating, but all their domination doesn't translate to as many goals as it did in seasons past. So by no means would I say that the Vipers are out of this game.
They say on the website here that the Vipers were leading the shot category 9-8.
You know, I don't really know how much faith I put in those stats anymore. I'd like to believe them.
Majority probably came on that last 5-on-3 that they had.
Right.
So
yeah, I guess, you know what? We shouldn't badmouth the stat guys so soon. All right, both goaltenders back in their nets. The referee patiently awaiting some company at center ice so we can start up this second period. Shearer's ready to step into the draw for the Chargers. Who's he got up against him? That's the question now. Looks like it's going to be Mason Quas. And instead, Ryder Potts, in a last-minute turn of events, steps into the dot for the Chargers. And Quas wins it back. Trying to get it to King. King picks it up now. Moves it over to Ingles. They're all the way back down below the net in their defensive end off their own doing. Quas picks it up, takes it back around the defensive zone net, and throws it off the boards. It's kept in by Mikey Baldwin. He'll rim this one around. Coming together in the corner, that's King. And maybe Shearer. Tough to tell from here. It was Shearer. He's got those blue skates. Now Blavel throws one out front, and Shearer picks it up. Almost bangs that one home, but couldn't get quite enough lumber on it. And now this one's cleared for an ice. But the Vipers can get the change they need off that, nevertheless. I think that was King. Yeah, it was King feeling the pressure. Saw his way out of it. Sent that one for a ride. So both teams fresh legs. Right up off the faceoff, coming away with it, though, was tough to see. I believe it was Gibson. Walked off the half wall, stepped into the draw, picked that one up, and got a good shot on net, so we'll redo that faceoff. And Gibson trying to do that again. This time he's tied up. The Vipers were a little bit wiser to their game plan that time. Carteau rifles that one through the neutral zone. Finds his man, and a strange bounce kicks that one right out front. Nobody was there to capitalize on that wonky opportunity that could have been. Recent events will bring the face-off all the way down to the Carroll Chargers defensive end, which is where we'll see Pedersen and Karen step into the draw. Pedersen wins it back. Picked up by Anthony Baldwin in the corner, but he's got pressure, so he loses that one. Recovered by the Chargers, and Lalonde throws it across the neutral zone to Blavel. Blavel makes the zone entry and shoots off the blocker and into the netting for another whistle and a stoppage of play. Face-off, stick side, Caden Lockwood. Tie-up off the draw. Squirts out to the Chargers defense, but winds up throwing back into the neutral zone. An opportunity now off the stick of Van Antwerp. That was Minnick getting off to the races just briefly. Now Pedersen looking for an opportunity of his own. He couldn't hang on to it. So he elects to dump. Anthony Baldwin looks up ice. He's the last man back. Turns off the pressure of Minnick. And finds far side Pedersen. One of the Pedersens. Now the Vipers looking for a quick out, but they fanned on it. And now they're in trouble, tied up in the corner by that Zamboni door. Squirts out. The Chargers have it. And Baldwin able to keep that one in. He was fumbling it around. I thought it was going to find its way out of the zone, and it does now. Anthony Baldwin makes his way through the neutral zone now. Gets hit, but knocks down two Vipers players in the process. And down goes Parks, a big trip against him. And it's going to be Baldwin. Anthony Baldwin headed to the sin bin, and he had just gotten the better of Parks in a clean collision and then wrapped him up and took him down just one play later, which is why he's being penalized.
Yeah, Parks is trying to, use his big frame to get around person there, but you can't tackle somebody. This isn't football, sadly.
Quick clear off the stick of Platt, off the draw. Duke picks it up, but he's got pressure, so he drops it to Parks. Now Parks makes his way through the neutral zone. He gets stripped, and off to the races is Shearer. He's got Potts with him. Shearer, a little forehand, backhand. He gets denied. And the referee waving somebody somewhere. By the looks of it, Cam Whistler is going to be awarded a 2-minute minor for interference.
Yeah, it was just for that push into the net there. I think that's what they called on it.
So just like that goes the Vipers power play. We got 4-on-4 action here in the second period. Referees with a lot to discuss here. And as a result of that discussion, the faceoff is going to stay in the Vipers' defensive end. Kloss and Potts at the draw. One back. Rice tries to chip it up, but Baldwin keeps it in at the blue line. A lot of ice out there. I think this plays into the Chargers' favor. Talented skating team, talented passing team at that matter, too. Ryder Potts picks it up just inside his own defensive blue line. He'll drop that one from Mikey Baldwin, who immediately moves it to Blauvelt. Blauvelt's centering pass intended for Shearer is turned over, but thrown directly into the netting for a stoppage of play. That off the stick of Mason Kloss. So Baldwin's got 1:04 on his penalty, and Whistler 1:29 on his. Off the face-off. Vipers have it in their defensive end. Ingles leaves it for Knudsen. Knudsen's got it again. Moves it over to Ingles. Soft side, no pressure. He finds Duke, no problems. Duke cuts into the middle. tries to take off through the neutral zone, but Lalonde gets a good stick on it and strips him, heads the other way. Lalonde with it now. His shot in and out of the chest of Lockwood. Carroll's going to maintain possession in the attacking zone now. Mikey Baldwin moves it from up top back to down low and gets it right back again. Across he goes. Gets it back. Now working from down low is Patrick Lalonde. Moves it back to Baldwin up top. Carroll doing a great job spreading out the ice here on this 4-on-4. Baldwin able to keep that one in. Could have trickled right out. Gets it back to Lalonde behind the net. He's in trouble, getting swarmed by Vipers. The Chargers now on a 20-second power play. Vipers ice. Van Antwerp sticks it to Baldwin. Baldwin stops behind his net as his team completes a change, and now they're off to the races. Gibson picks it up from behind. That's Blauvelt picks it up from behind the net and makes the offensive zone entry. His shot in the chest and gobbled up by Caden Lockwood. Just 2 seconds left on the Chargers' advantage now. So Carteau is hanging back a little bit as he knows Whistler gets out in 2 seconds, and the Vipers would love to spring him onto a breakaway. And it almost would have been an option, but Carteau's there, still reading play like a book. But the Vipers now guilty of too many men, are they? That's certainly what it looked like to me. They did not have Whistler. Yeah, they didn't have Whistler back on the bench before Kern stepped out and played the puck. So Whistler returns to the penalty box. Talk about a broken play, and Carteau had it read the entire time anyways. So another 2-minute penalty that Whistler's going to have to serve. This time his team killing for the full 2 minutes. Potts drops that one to Baldwin, and not sure.
Yeah, fair penalty here.
What was that one for?
Slashing.
A slash against Camden Blauvelt. So we're going to see 4-on-4 action again, actually. Face-off heads down to the Chargers' end now. Kloss and Pedersen mean mugging each other. Pedersen wins that one back. Baldwin picks it up and drops it off to Anthony Baldwin. Anthony Baldwin moves it up the half wall where Pedersen tries to shovel it into the neutral zone, but it's kept in by Rice. Rice kept it in twice. Mikey Baldwin manages to clear. Now Pedersen's off to the races. He's got one guy to beat. His shot off of Caden Lockwood, and Lockwood gets a hold of it, so he covers that up for stoppage and play.
Yeah, looking back at the Blauvelt penalty, he did give a little bit of a slash there at the top of the blue line after he passed the puck off, knocking the stick out of, I believe it was Duke's hand. So,
yeah, I would have missed that. So good on the referee and good on our cameraman, Oscar Harris, for capturing the replay. Carroll's got it off the faceoff in the attacking zone. Baldwin steps down the wall. He's got a shot, and he'll take it, but it doesn't get through. Knudsen now trying to evade Baldwin, and they come together and kind of got taken down. Not sure if there was a guilty party in that one or more or less an innocent party. Now Duke picks it up in the attacking zone, gets a shot from a tough angle. That one squirts out front, and Potts picks it up on the half wall. He'll get moving through the neutral zone. He's got to try to get around Parks. Tries to chip it around Parks. Parks still broke it up. Baldwin now gets taken down at the blue line as he throws the puck in, and Knudsen picks it up behind the cage in his defensive end. Moves that D-to-D to Dylan Parks. Parks gets it to Duke. Duke fumbles it, and the Chargers are going to get something going in the offensive zone. Overbay throws it down low. It's a strange bounce off the Zamboni door. Still picked up by Knudsen. He looked up ice to Bacon, and Cooper Bacon is off to the races, but Shurick's there with the back check. Kaufman at neutral ice had no idea where that puck was. So Shurick picks it up, and Shurick with a shot off the chest, and a rebound opportunity came of it. And the Vipers had just returned to full strength. They have 1 second of power play left, but they iced it, so the face-off is going to be down, I want to say, glove side of Caden Lockwood. Just past the halfway point of regulation time here. Kern really battling to get this one into the attacking zone, and to keep it there, it was Kaufman. Lockwood just pads that one away, and players come together in the corner after it. Now Lockwood covers this one up. A shot from a strange angle. Both teams making some changes while they got a minute. At the face-off dot, we're going to see Mason Quas and player that yet to be, I believe that was Vongpachong. Chipped up into neutral ice. Baldwin picks it up. Passes it over to the Vipers, who make a clean regroup. Now Mason Quas with the zone entry. Duke struggling to get this one, but he does get some help from Quas, keeping it in at the blue line. So Lycan Duke goes back to his forechecking. Gibson manages to clear. He takes a hit from Sliger as he does so. Now Rice just inside his own blue line. Also manages to clear. Duke loses it in his skates again. Throw that one into the attacking zone, but Ramsey gets it on his stick and moves it back through the neutral zone. Yanni picks it up on the far side of that neutral zone. And the Vipers make another attempted zone entry. This time they'll be successful on the stick of Cooper Bacon, who toe drags around Gibson and moves around the half wall. Mudrak can't hang on to that one as it was bouncing. Late in the second period, the ice is prone to doing some bouncy stuff. Now Bacon gets that one sticked away, takes a hit. And now the puck's tied up with him at the half wall. Mudrak gets in there, but the puck squirts out to Gibson. Gibson with a tight turn to evade the pressure of Cooper Bacon. He takes it behind his net now. And Gibson fans on it, but stays with it. Now Camden Blauvelt gets that one up ice. It's saying it was touched, so no ice. Pedersen and Parks are going to come together in the corner for that one. Now it finally gets moved across to Knudsen. Knudsen gets it up, and Bacon got it out, but it's turned over before the zone entry was made on the other side of the ice, and Anthony Baldwin picks it up for the Chargers. He looks up ice at his options. Finds a man in Patrick Lalonde. Lalonde will make the zone entry. He fans on it. A lot of players fanning on it. A lot of pucks bouncing around. The ice is a little chewed up. You can tell that just by watching the game. Finds its way to Caden Lockwood, who covers it up for a stoppage here. Past the 5-minute mark here in the second period of action. We've got a 1-goal game, courtesy of Patrick Lalonde, and Camden Blauvelt picking up that assist. That goal, of course, coming in the first period of action, so we have so far seen a scoreless second period. Off the draw, the Chargers have it in the attacking zone. Lalonde moves it down to Blavel. Lalonde now coming around the net. Looks up top. The shot. Scores off the tip. I think it was McDonald. Possibly Carteau. He's got his numbers tucked in right now. I think it was Carteau. Possibly McDonald. That took the initial shot. And the tip out front looks to be courtesy of Camden Blavel, who picks up his second point of the night. And it was definitely McDonald, number 81. That took the initial shot. And just I was saying, a scoreless second period. The Carroll Chargers have to put my foot in my mouth.
The good old broadcaster's jinx.
Yikes.
Oh, we might be getting a penalty off of this, too. But what about getting another one?
I think it was something he said.
Either something he said or something that he did while probably doing something towards the Vipers bench or something like that.
And excessive celebration call in ice hockey.
Probably maybe taunting or something like that to the Vipers bench.
So Shearer picks that one up at neutral ice and clears. So McDonald didn't even get a point out of that. I thought it was a direct tip off his shot from the point, but they're saying like 3 guys got touches on it. Unsportsmanlike conduct. You know, those are the kind of penalties that if you're the Vipers, you really want to make him pay for. Because if he gets away with it, it just, it's almost embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
So now Quas holds the line, makes the zone entry. Drops it off for Sliger. Sliger's tied up with Shearer as the puck squirts out to McDonald. McDonald can't clear. Parks is there. Parks in the slot. His shot blocked by Baldwin, and Parks runs Baldwin over. Those two are going at it today. But now coming the other way, Shearer and Lalonde. Lalonde had it in the slot, and Lockwood shut him down. Some more 4-on-4 to come. Parks like a bull in a china shop on that one. And then what an opportunity that all generated for the Carroll Chargers.
Yeah, I'll show both here. A little 2-on-0 action there. Great save there by Lockwood. But, yeah, not even close to touching the puck. So, but, yeah, great way for Lockwood to stay with the puck, stay with the puck carriers, and able to make a pretty big save.
Yeah, definitely good on him. Do not want to go down 3-0 before this second period ends. But the Vipers managed to give away another power play. Or at least what's left of it, 36 seconds, and then they'll be killing. Face-off won by the Chargers. Shot blocked. Excellent opportunity now. Cameron Whistler, he's got Cooper Bacon with him. Whistler's shot deflected into the corner. No rebound opportunity for Cooper Bacon on that side of the net. Now Patty Lalonde picks it up in his own defensive end. He'll make his way through neutral ice. Cuts right. And he's in. Lalonde from down low moves it up top. trying to pass it back to him. Eventually it does get there. Now the Chargers on the power play. They've got a minute 20 seconds on this opportunity. Lalonde works it around the attacking zone before moving it up to Platt. Platt looks across. Gets it on the stick of Overbay. Overbay's shot blockered away, and Knudsen manages to pick it up, but not clear. Overbay keeps it in. And now another opportunity for Whistler on the rush. He's got to get there before Platt. He's got Bacon with him again. Bacon handcuffed. Couldn't get there. Well played by Platt. Oh, my goodness. Fresh off the bench jumping into that one was Stebbins. Now Rice picks it up. He's tied up with Pedersen in the corner. Puck squirts away, and Shearer picks it up off the half wall and walks toward the middle of the ice. Shearer drops it for Baldwin. Baldwin goes off the boards, trying to get it back to Shearer, but it goes through his legs, and Stebbins is able to pick it up, but his rim around is easily contained by Overbay at the far side. Overbay spins, throws it back down low. And Shearer from behind the net steps out and gives it to Overbay. Overbay from the top of the circles. His shot deflected out front. Doesn't ever make it to the net. Now Ryder Potts will try to get an opportunity. He shovels that one out front, and it's in! Just throw the puck to the dirty areas and see what happens. A lot of times it'll be that right there. A goal for your squad. Not even sure who to credit with that one. It looks like Shearer's leading the line. Definitely an apple for Potts.
I believe that was on the power play, too. So they get their first power play goal of the game here.
Yeah. Just at the very end of the power play, if it was. Off the face-off, everything's tied up in the neutral zone. Finally squirts into the Vipers' defensive end. And a quick turnaround. Has Duke coming the other way, but he takes a hit and he's forced to get rid of it. Sliger tries to pick it up in the corner, but King is the only one who ever gets a touch on it. His shot gets blocked out front. Now Sliger gets bodied by Ramsey. Ramsey and Sliger tied up now, so Gibson steps in to help, as does Bacon. I'm sorry, Sliger and Duke were the Vipers battling there. Now Ramsey's got it, but he's still got Duke draped over him, and Kloss almost with an opportunity there. A good stick broke it up. I believe that was Vong Pachau who broke that up, mitigating a final opportunity for the Fort Wayne Vipers in the second period. Which brings us to second intermission, where the Carroll Chargers lead by 3. And the Fort Wayne Vipers are scoreless. We'll step aside for just a bit. Then we'll come back with some highlights and, of course, third period action after that. You're watching Fort Wayne High School hockey live from the Parkview Sport One Ice House and brought to you by Summit City Sports.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, Our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors, working on my speed. That's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
And welcome back to the Parkview Sports Medicine Ice House here in Fort Wayne, where we are heading into the third period. Well, currently second intermission of Game 1, Week 8. The Carroll Chargers managed to put 3 up on the board in a 1-goal first period and what turned out to be a 2-goal second period. Now, Mason's been working hard on some stats that he wants to share, so I'll give him the floor now.
Alrighty, so shots through 2 periods. Carroll has 23. They had 15 in 15 in the second period. And then Vipers through 2 periods have 14. So they had 5 in that second period. Van Antwerp's perfect so far through 2. He's made 14 saves. And then Lockwood has made 20 saves on 23 shots with a save percentage of .869. Carroll has gotten a total of 5 penalties for 10 minutes. The Vipers have gotten 4 penalties for 8 minutes. The Vipers are 0 for 5 on the power play as Carroll is 1 for 4.
A lot of these power play opportunities are very short. We've seen so much 4-on-4. It's hard to even judge teams power play in a game like this.
Yeah, I think maybe one on each side has had a full power.
Right.
Full power play.
At one point the Vipers had a full-length 5-on-3.
Yes, they did. We'll show you guys the replays of all the goals. First one was Blauvelt from Lalonde. Just before the end of the first period, Lalonde with a shot from the circle beat Lockwood near side by the blocker. And we wouldn't get one until very late, a little bit later in the second period. It's a chance there for Carroll on the PK. And this one was a deflection from the point. I don't remember who that was.
I think Shearer was credited with the goal. What threw me off was the assists. I did not see that many other players touch the puck after the shot came off McDonald's stick, and he didn't get it.
Blauvelt got the goal, McDonald got the primary assist, and then Pedersen got the secondary assist.
Yeah, see, that's what I was like, how did all that happen in that sequence? And I still can't even see it in a replay.
And then Shearer got the last goal at just a little bit after the 1 minute mark has passed. Ryder Potts and Lucas Blauvelt.
Yeah, and that's just Ryder Potts throwing the puck into the dirty areas of the ice and seeing what happens when you got muckers like Adelaide Shearer in the front of the net. Good things are going to happen when you throw the puck there. It looks like the camera's shaking. It's because cameraman Oscar Harris is climbing back up the scaffolding to his perch, getting in his position for some third period action. He's getting loose in some stretches. Here come the referees. Yeah, the Vipers have a lot of cleaning up to do. First period, 1 goal. Second period, 2 goals against. If there's a trend here, and I might be seeing one, this could be a 3-goal third period for the Carroll Chargers. And you know what that would mean. So we're going to see a little bit of running clock. But in all seriousness, the Vipers are not out of this game. They are generating good opportunities. And just 1 bounce and they're back in this thing. 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, so if they can get there, they're seriously looking at a game.
Yeah, even though they allowed 2 goals there late in that second period, they also created a good amount of breakaways and 2-on-1 chances that they couldn't quite capitalize on. But, you can build off of that. You can see that little
spark of momentum, what? Glimmer of hope?
A little bit of flaw on the Carroll defense as my brain's not working.
It's late, it's cold.
Decided to freeze up there. But that flaw in that Carroll defense where they might see that defenseman pinch down and they might be able to catch them deep in that defensive zone and be able to create opportunities from that.
Yeah, I believe it was Cam Whistler had 2 opportunities there. One of them almost a 1-on-0, the other pretty solid 2-on-1 look.
Yeah, so him and Bacon were doing some good things on that forward. And Minnick also had a chance there, but it was at the tail end of his shift, so he didn't quite have all the speed with him that he usually does. He maybe could gotten some distance away from Carroll defense.
All right. The time for talking is done. All right, there we go. 15 minutes on the board. Off the face-off. Carroll's got it in the neutral. It's Overbay trying to win that one. Whistler's able to throw it in for the Vipers into the attacking zone, that is. Now Cooper Bacon steps off the half wall into the slot, cuts around. He's forced to rim that one around. Rice skates down and keeps it in for the Vipers. Now Cooper Bacon from behind the net. Steps out, gets that one up top for Stebbins. Stebbins, his shot, deflected wide. Stebbins trying to fight off Overbay. Manages to do just that. Cam Whistler steps in, picks the puck up, moves it over to Mudrack. Mudrack now trying to go through the neutral zone, unable to do so. McDonald's there to pick it up and regroup. Now Overbay throws it deep into the Vipers' defensive end. He'll head off for a change as Ryder Potts is the lone forechecker for the Carroll Chargers. Mudrack from the half wall. His centering pass off the skates of Quas, picked up by Shearer, and Shearer trying to get to the slot, but King was there to keep him wide. Now King's got it. Stopped it behind the net in just the nick of time. He's being pressured by Lucas Blauvin. Now Cooper Bacon forced to retreat back into the defensive end. He's looking up ice now to see what his options are. Quick turn to get off the pressure of Shearer. Moves that one over to King. King reverses back to Bacon. And Bacon throws that one through the middle, and it's kept in by the Carroll Chargers. Now Ryder Potts has it in the attacking zone, but it's broken up again, this time by Mason Quas. Quas is off to the races. He goes through the neutral zone, but he's shoved by Anthony Baldwin, so he's off the puck now. The Chargers are going to go for a breakout. Potts with it now. Off the boards, but it's kept in. But now Adelaide Shearer rims it around and skips it over the stick of Ingles. So Ingles throws it back into the Chargers' end. Carroll no trouble picking up. Mikey Baldwin rims that one behind his own net. Gets it to Anthony Baldwin. And their breakout manages to get it all the way into the attacking zone, but Ingles is going to be the one to pick it up. But he's got Vong Pachow right on him. So it's not clean. And the Chargers looking to set up now in the attacking zone. That rim around is going to be okay. Gibson's the first one to it, and a good stick there by Lycan Duke keeps that one from getting to Vong Pachow out front. And from the corner, the Vipers will set up in the attacking zone. Not sure who that pass was intended to. I'm assuming it was intended for Yanni, but it was a blatant turnover. And that results in the puck coming all the way back to the Vipers' defensive end. Yanni leaves it for Kaufman. Kaufman tries to throw it across for Minnick, doesn't connect, so this one will go all the way down for an ice. Clock stopped at exactly the 12-minute mark in the third period. Face-off's going to come down to the Vipers' end, stick side of Lockwood. Whistler and Pedersen step into the draw. Whistler wins it back Now Lalonde picks it up in the corner of his attacking zone. He's sandwiched between Yanni and Mudrak. Pedersen, though, steps in and just takes the puck. Shot now from Carteau. Puck's bouncing around out front. Whistler manages to clear just in the nick of time. Another shot. This time goes wide and off the glass. Lalonde picks up the rebound in the corner. He's got Whistler knocking him around. Now Knudsen's down there, too. Puck off the back of the net there. And Pedersen is going to get wrapped up with Knudsen. Knudsen's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get a penalty. Puck feathered through the defensive zone for the Vipers. And now Bacon gets a head of steam from behind his own net, and he'll head to the neutral zone, head through the neutral zone now, and get this one deep. Picked up by Baldwin, but his pass doesn't connect. I think that was actually Platt. Apologize. Now Rice trying to get that one deep into the attacking zone, but it's off a skate. Now Van Antwerp has it, but he doesn't know where it is, and the whistle is blown. He'll have some time to find it, I guess.
A little bit of a mini heart attack there.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. You can't find the puck. Usually a lot of goalie coaches tell you just to fall down.
Right. Then everybody assumes you're covering it.
Yeah. And I've been caught on those. I'm just like spinning in circles. I'm like, where's the puck? Where's the puck? Where's the puck? And then somehow it goes in the back of the net. I'm like, I don't know where it was.
I found it.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, boy. Duke and Carteau come together behind the net, and Carteau comes away with it. Manages to get a good centering pass for the breakout, and Overbay chips that one in. A bouncer, now a little bit of trouble the other goaltender had. That one was clearly sitting there, but he thought he had it. And that we talk about those too, those ones that you chip on net so you get a couple of bounces before the goalie can get to it. I feel like it's just not something goalies like practice regularly.
No, it's just one of those things, like silly bounces. It's like 1,000 deflections into one shot. It's just you just pray that you are just in front of that one, in front of those.
Vongpachang trying to make something happen down low. Now Shurik and Duke. Duke's able to pick that one up inside his own blue line and get it out. He gets it back, and he's cutting through the neutral zone in sporadic fashion. Finally gets it over to Rice, and Rice wrists that one on net into the chest of Van Antwerp. So both teams are going to change wholesale while they have the opportunity to do so. Inside the 10-minute mark here of the third period of regulation time here. Game 1, Week 8 of Fort Wayne High School hockey. Crazy to think we really only have 9 more outings here. It's a 15-week season. We're in Week 8. And we'll have a singular playoff round and a championship game.
Yeah, very prized possession if you can win this league championship. I'm trying to remember, is it the Ching Cup? Is that what it's called for league championship? I'm trying to remember what the name is.
I don't know. I thought it was like the City Cup or something.
Something like that. They have a special name.
So special, we can't remember the name.
It's been a long time.
And this one's cleared. Going to be no ice. First one to it. Looks like McDonald. He rims it around, gets it to Lucas Blavel. Lucas Blavel leaves it for Potts, and Potts surveys his options. And now Blavel with a good opportunity here. He's still got Kaufman or Knudsen with him. Knudsen taking the penalty on that one, trying everything in his power not to. But in the end, he had to do that. And a penalty shot is the signal, is it not? I think we're going to see a penalty shot. I don't know what the rules are, if it has to be Lucas Blavel to take it or if the coach can choose anyone on the ice.
It's a penalty shot?
It's a penalty shot. I'm not sure what's going on in the penalty box. Knudsen's stepping out of there. And Lucas Blavold lines up eye to eye with Caden Lockwood. There we go. First one we've seen here. Lucas Blavold steps up. He picks up the puck. Coming left to right. He fans on it. Blavold fans on the penalty shot opportunity. Lockwood untested.
Yeah, the puck kind of skipped behind him there when he tried to take the shot. So failed attempt there.
Yeah. So play goes on. Off the face-off. Stick side of Caden Lockwood. Looks like Whistler's getting tossed. Mudrack steps in for the Vipers. A little bit of a tie-up off the draw. Whistler finally comes away with it. He'll rim this one around. Nobody's there. I think that's maybe where he should have been. Off the stick of Stebbins. That one goes up, but not out. Players come together in the corner. Harder, Vongpachong, Mudrack, and finally Whistler steps away with that one again. Shovels it up to neutral ice where Bacon gets locked up in a battle. Bacon comes away with it. He's going to retreat back to his defenseman Yanni. Yanni looks up ice and finds Mudrack at the red line. Mudrack with the offensive zone entry. His shot gets blocked by Mikey Baldwin. Now Mudrack gets thrown into the corner. And the puck starts heading the other way, this time in possession of Vongpachong. He dumps that one in, and him and his line mates will go for change. As Knudsen looks to make a quick stretch, finds Whistler at the blue line. Whistler makes his way through the neutral zone and into the attacking zone. Tries throwing that one across, goes all the way across. And kept in by Knudsen at the blue line. He shoots that one just wide of the net. And able to clear the Carroll Chargers. They've got a little bit of a 3-on-1 developing, but Mudrack's there to back check. Pedersen's shot. It's still sitting out front. And finally cleared and scooped up by Cooper Bacon, who's wasting no time taking this one into the attacking zone. Pulls up in the corner and drops that one behind the net. Wouldn't be surprised if Bacon needs a change after that. Bucket neutralized with Ingles. Ingles backhands that one right back into the attacking zone, but it's going to be picked up by Platt. Platt stops behind the net, reverses things, and out they come. Now Lalonde with an opportunity is shot off the pads, and Ingles rims it around. King trying to pick that one up behind the net, squirts all the way out to the corner, and fanning on that one was Platt at the blue line. He's going to chase this one down and try to keep the forecheck going himself. Hendricks couldn't get that one out. So Ingles will try, and Overbay's there again to keep it in. Takes a hit from Minnick, doesn't seem to phase him. Ingles moves that one across, finds Mudrack. Oh, it's Hendricks. Now they're all tied up by the Carroll bench. Finally, Shurik steps in. He'll take that one out of there. Get it to Overbay. Overbay with some slick stick handling, but his shot is high and wide. Now McDonald at neutral ice. Comes in and gets knocked down as he enters the attacking zone by Stebbins. Good hit by him. Rice with it now, moving the other way. Picked up in the slot. All right, Lycan Duke slowing things down, moving this one over to Rice. Rice from his own blue line skates across, and his shot gets blocked to hit a skate out front, and the Chargers are going to try to make a quick break out of this. Overbay chips that one around the defender, and Mason Quas is there at neutral ice to throw it back in, where it's sticked by Lucas Van Antwerp and cleared quickly by the Carroll Chargers. But can they enter the attacking zone? That's the question. Lucas Blavelt's there. He shovels that one into the corner where it's picked up by Ryder Potts. Potts tries the no-look back to Blavelt out front, but it's thwarted. Now an opportunity for the Vipers. Lycan Duke takes a big hit as he enters the attacking zone. Coming the other way with it. I believe that's Sherrick. That's Adelaide Scherer. And icing is the call as Blavelt and Knudsen come together in the corner after the fact. Inside the 5-minute mark here, third period of action. Got a 3-goal deficit that the Vipers are hoping to overcome somehow. They've got an in-zone face-off now, though. Cameron Whistler steps in for them. And he'll win it back. Knudsen tried to keep that one in, but it found its way out. Now Scherer headed the other way with it. He gets knocked from behind, and Whistler is going to go for 2 minutes because of that. And slow to get up there is Adelaide Scherer, unbuckling his helmet. He got his bell rung a little bit.
Yeah, Whistler might have got him in the hand there a little bit. That's probably why they call that. You can see on the replay, Scherer kind of shaking his glove. So probably just try to hit the stick, but ended up just getting part of the hand there.
Yeah, and the officiating staff had such a clear view of it, they can't see that and not call anything. I'm not sure what happened after the fact that had Scherer now with some gauze on his head heading to the locker room. But it wasn't the penalty that was called. That I know. The Carroll Chargers power play. They've already got a 3-goal lead. I believe you said they have 1 power play goal.
Yeah, that's right.
Harder and Duke. Tie up off the draw. Engel steps in and makes the clear for the Vipers. That'll kill a few seconds. Baldwin from behind his own net. He'll start this thing up himself. Runs into some trouble as he enters the attacking zone, forced off sides, and then forced to touch the puck. So a couple more seconds killed, in a sense. We are down to 1 minute 34 seconds on the advantage for the Carroll Chargers. And the face-off is still just outside their attacking zone. Off the draw, Carroll's trying to get it, but unable to do so. Bacon stepped in, broke things up a little bit. No smooth zone entry here. All right, now McDonald has it for the Chargers. He'll move that one up. But again, the Vipers holding strong on their blue line on this penalty kill. That one's cleared. Van Antwerp stops it again. Anthony Baldwin picks it up behind the net, and this time wastes no time heading up ice. Got to get around Stebbins, and Stebbins puts a big hit on Baldwin, making him pay for that offensive zone entry. And Bacon is able to clear, but it got gloved down by Harder. So a quick regroup attempt. The pass doesn't connect for Gibson, so it's thrown right back down into the Carroll Chargers defensive end by Rice. And the Vipers get a full change here on the penalty kick. There's 35 seconds left on the advantage, and Patrick Lalonde finally cracks the offensive zone. His shot off the bar and out. Now Knudsen battling with Lalonde in the corner. Yanni accepts that puck as it trickles to him and clears once again. Just 15 seconds left on the advantage for the Carroll Chargers. And they're forced to start it all the way in their own zone. No stretch passes available. Carteau makes the zone entry. Picks it up in the corner himself, tries to throw it out front. But there's just too much chaos for anybody to get a stick on it. And it winds up all the way back in the neutral zone. It's dumped back in now. Yanni picks it up in the corner. He'll go D to D to Knudsen. Knudsen trying to get that one to the winger. Didn't connect. Now it's in the near side corner. Cleared. Not going to be an ice, though. Platt's going to be the first one to it. Platt takes that one around the net himself. Off the boards. The pass is intercepted. An opportunity there for Kaufman. Kaufman sticking with it. Kept in, thrown far corner. Now the Chargers are going to have an opportunity to get this out of the zone. But Minnick picks it up in his own defensive end. Tries to clear. Pedersen keeps it in. Ingles looks across to King. King's got Pedersen and Overbay to worry about. Overbay steps out into the slot. Backhand into the glove of Lockwood. Kaufman and Sherrick. Sherrick wins it back. The shot from Ramsey at the blue line goes wide off a deflection, and now they're all battling for it behind the net. Sherrick gets it back to Ramsey up top. Ramsey moves it over this time, and the shot from Baldwin blockered away into the corner. A lot of battling going on behind the net right now. It's Overbay and Rice. Rice manages to get a stick on that and move it up to the half wall. Minnick trying to get involved, and Kaufman now finally makes the clear as we are within the final minute of play here. Kaufman gets bumped off it, but he's staying with the play as best he can. Minnick gets involved. He throws his body weight around. And a good stick there by Stebbins keeps it in. Stebbins' shots deflected wide. And this will be a clear and also an icing call against the Carroll Chargers. And we've got a penalty coming up. I believe it's against R.J. Minnick.
Jess was able to catch it there on the replay.
What'd you see, Mace?
It was a pretty high hit. I'll say that.
Understood. Off the face-off, the Vipers win it back into their defensive zone. Unable to clear, though, and now finally they do clear. The clock continues to tick away. Vipers' chances of getting on the board in this one have all but diminished. Well, they have diminished. They've all but disintegrated. Vongpachon tries to center that one, and he does for Potts. Ryder Potts puts one in the net himself, and now we've got a little bit of a brawl in front of the net. Lockwood down. Players still grabbing at each other. Yanni's involved. Potts involved. Bonpachon. Baldwin was in the mix. Lockwood looks to be a little bit shaken up. Knudsen, Yanni heading off the ice. Clock's been expired.
Trying to see if it would be a good goal. By the looks of it, it looks like there's like 0.5 to 0.8 to 0.5 that are left on the clock. At least when I saw a celebration there. So I think it'd be counted as a good goal.
Well, there you have it. Board here still says 3-0, so that's what we'll go with. 3-0 is the final score here in Week 8, Game 1. Carroll Chargers come away with another victory, and Luke Van Antwerp with the shutout tonight. That'll do it for us here. We got a 9 o'clock game scheduled. That one obviously going to be the Homestead Spartans and the Leo Lions. That's always a good matchup, so be sure to tune in for that one. Better than driving to the rink in this cold weather, if you ask me. All right. Anything else from you, Mace? Well, you've been watching Fort Wayne High School Hockey. Game 1, Week 8, live from the Parkview Sport 1 Ice House and brought to you by Summit City Sports. That's all for us. Have a good night.